Yeah, baby. We back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Football Power Hour, your new favorite destination for exclusive Premier League content, selected football news from around the world, football banter, Manchester United match previews, match reviews, tactical talk. We got it all for you right here on the Football Power Hour. Thank you for being with me. Appreciate that. I just showered you with these flowers just for joining me. You deserve these flowers. So thank you so much for your presence, for waking up today. We deserve some flowers. For being ourselves today, we deserve some flowers. For being alive today, we deserve some flowers. And today, Manchester United deserves some flowers because we are reviewing the victory at Brentford Community Stadium. I believe that's what it's called. And this was a match that occurred on the 19th of January. And it was a tale of two halves. The first tale belongs to Brentford. You know that meme, that Mickey Mouse soundbite when that goes, "What happened?" If you don't know it, it's all good. That question, "What happened?" pretty much goes to Brentford because it was a story of missed chances. The first half belonged to Brentford. It was almost a miracle that it was a goalless. At 45 minutes, we went to the team talk looking at a goalless scoreline. So, matter of fact, Matthias Janssen, let's just get straight to it. Manchester United would like to thank you for keeping our top four hopes alive. You deserve. We need to know your Venmo or your Cash App. Matter of fact, the Football Power Hour, me and my 4 subscribers right now, we would like to know your Venmo or your Cash App, because guess what? You just got yourself an extra $5 from somewhere around the world because you kept Manchester United in the top 4 race. Had you buried any of those chances, oof, we'll be talking a different game. We would have been talking a totally different review right now. So thank you to you. And you deserve these bouquet of beautiful flowers. Let's just give you all of them. All of them. No. All of them, man. Thank you so much. You deserve all of them. This is the biggest bouquet I can give you. All right. So let's get to it. Brentford, just after ruining those missed chances, they came back in the second half and lost the spirit and belief and character and zest that they were playing with. And Man United just came stronger. They grew stronger as the second half progressed, and it was 3 goals from the courageous Carrington Cubs. Our Carrington kids. Anthony Alanga, Mason Greenwood, Marcus Rashford. Oh my goodness. You deserve all the love and praise you can get, my homies. By the way, I'm wearing this and I'm coughing because I have COVID. And that's the reason why I haven't posted anything on my channel ever since it started just a few weeks ago. And I had to take that little break because I wasn't feeling like doing anything. I'm still positive. And yeah, that's the reality of the situation. So I don't know how I got it. These things are so infectious that I don't want it to spread to my 4 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Because I love them so much. And you deserve some flowers. please stay safe out there, sanitize and mask up and everything. Actually, this is probably not even effective. Like, this is just a joke, obviously, but I'm just doing it as a joke because say that COVID is not a joke. That's the joke. But you need to just get a really good N95 mask and wear that. Anyway, back to Brentford versus Manchester United. The Carrington Cup I want to bring a light to specifically is Anthony Elanga, because he is somebody who's showing that life, he's giving the example that in life you have to seize the moment. You have to seize the opportunity whenever you're given that opportunity. And it's a big feat to replace Rashford, because he's actually not a cub. He's a young lion. He's a small lion. He's been there since the Van Gaal days. So you know Alanga is coming in, following the footsteps of Mason Greenwood, who's also following the footsteps of Rashford. So this is a big, big moment for him. So big shout out to you, Anthony Alanga, being the example, showing us how you're supposed to just take your opportunity in life, wait patiently, and when you get it, you jump on it. So big shout out to you for that. And for the small cub. Anyway, so we out here looking a little bit of context about the two teams real quick is that Thomas Frank, the homie Thomas Frank, that name he sounds like a movie star. It's like, my name is Frank Thomas Frank. No, like Frank, it's a bit confusing. Actually, I would have liked it if it was Frank Thomas, but anyway, he's Thomas Frank. But anyway, he's been manager since October 2018, manager for Brentford since 2018. So he is a very, very well respected figure in the Danish Football Association, and he has been particularly known for working a lot with the national youth league teams, national youth teams, and he's somebody who's very, very, very involved, very hands-on, and he has been with Brentford pre-corona. For me, if you've been with a team since pre-corona, you definitely have had time to transmit your ideas and be able to know their players really well. His work in particular is actually with Brandby IF in 2013. That's when he achieved, like, he had a very, very good run with them, and he's pretty much doing an amazing job, because Brentford has been giving a lot of trouble to many teams in the Premier League, many top teams. So we're gonna see where they're gonna end up. Man United, on the other hand, still trying to figure out where the hell top four is, still rerouting the GPS. When somebody a little bit higher than us messes up, or preying on another team's downfall. And that's not the Man United way. We know that for sure. So we're currently known as the 45-minute FC, because we had that good 45 minutes first 45 minutes against Aston Villa, when we played Steven Gerrard's team, and sadly Coutinho came through and ruined the party. And we had a very good 45 minutes versus Brentford. We had a very good 32 minutes versus Crystal Palace. So we're still trying to build the phases of play and make sure that we dominate the whole 93 minutes. But at the moment, we're still currently known as 45-minute FC, and then we have to take that. So my prayer and desire and wish for the Manchester United team is that we build that mentality, that good attacking, controlled attacking gameplay and we sustain it for longer than 45 minutes. But flowers definitely have to go to Brentford for that performance, especially in the first half, because they played with that so much spirit, so much soul in that performance. It was the home team that really gave a good fight. That counter-attacking link-up play was incredible to watch. They were slicing through that boy Ivan Tony, that boy Johnson, also Pinnock a little bit deeper. He was having a good game too. So Brentford, you know, the crazy thing about them is that they have one of the fewest goals from open play this season. And it seems like that set piece coach knows what he is doing, which is a good segue to me just wanting to just say that, Manchester United has a set piece coach. Breaking news. We do have a set piece coach, and it's been over 100 corners, and we haven't scored from a corner. And I wonder how that guy just feels. I wonder when somebody says, "Yo, my man, how you doing? How's work going?" What's his answer? Like, I want to know. I was like, "How you doing? How's work?" When you meet him at Starbucks, you're like, "So how's work?" You can't say work is fine, bro. Come on now. Come on, man. Yeah, no, I think we need to reinvest in that department or just figure out some. I have a few suggestions actually. Just stay tuned. So the the interesting thing about this is that we have to talk about the standout player for the game, who's David De Gea. He killed that on the 14th minute. Diego Dallo loses the ball. Here you go, buddy. Come on, you wanna get up? You wanna get up? All right, good. So on the 14th minute, Diego Dallo loses the ball with a lousy pass, and then he just somehow the defense gets beat. And David De Gea has to stick out his foot to deny Matthias Johnson that shot at goal. And I'm wondering why Dallo does that lousy pass, and he has to force a world-class save from David De Gea. At this moment, that right back position is still open, and it's still January. The transfer market is still open, so it's not the time for any fullback to be making any messed up choices like that. So, especially when we got high hopes for you, Dallo, because as I said, Jose predicted you're going to be a staple name on that right hand side for Man United, and it's been proven that the last couple of games it's been so good to see some attacks that are some goals actually that are more or less coming from the right hand side, because we've been like left hand side United for the past 2-3 seasons, actually more than 5 seasons. A lot of the times we've just been attacking from the left, so it's nice to see Dallo's influence under Ralph making attacking plays happen from the right. Whether it's not even the assist happening, it's the pass right before the assist, because that's been happening a lot, and that happened in this game too. But anyway, we'll get to that in a second. So the standout moment was that we have to highlight is a 32nd minute when we have a corner, and then somehow it ends up being a 3 versus 1 situation in our goal, which means we have some ludicrous defending going on. So it boils down again to the set piece coach. We got questions out here. So look, if it wasn't for David De Gea, who's got the most saves for any goalkeeper right now, I don't know where Manchester United will be. We'll be less than a mid-table team right now. And we have to remind the set piece coach we have defensive duties and offensive duties in every set piece. A set piece occurs anytime when you restart a play from a foul or the ball going out of play. And it includes corner kicks, and it includes free kicks, penalties, throw ins, anything that has a restart of play. So the team has to know how to organize in an offensive set piece and a defensive set piece. So We'll get to you. Number 39, on the 39th minute, number 39, it's almost poetic in a way. Number 39 gets a shout out for filling in for Tellus when Tellus had that awkward landing when he was contesting an aerial ball, and then he somehow lands on his lower back and he's on the ground, and then quickly the Scotty fills in right there, and he brought a lot of good, calm distribution to a very shaky Man United defense because the 12th minute we were already just shaky in that game, you know. And another thing to realize too, to mention that's very important, is that on the 47th minute, it was the same thing happened again. Another attack where we're having a set piece ends up in the ball becoming it ends up in Manchester United being counterattacked. You know, it's just funny. It's like when we attack other teams, they're actually attacking us. It was a 2 versus 1 situation, and big shout out to you, Matthias Johnson. Again, he hit a very tame shot at De Gea, and we have to know your Venmo or your Cash App because you definitely kept us alive. Of course, the moment that changed the game, as I mentioned, was that amazing pass when Lord Pastor Fred opened up the church again in the second half because it was closed on the first half. He pulled out an exquisite pass to Elanga, who was smart enough to see that Ronaldo has dropped deep and there was space to attack with a diagonal run into the box. And Fred, on the 54th minute, sent that text message of a pass straight to him, and Elanga was able to just control it with his outside of his right foot. It was in the air, and then that lobbed control led to a headed ball. So at goal, and that was such a very very calm take, an important goal because the first goal was very very important, and being able to just calm your nerves and take that and seize that moment. Big shout out to you, Anthony Elanga. Let's give you some flowers for that. So we have to also just mention that McTominay was the Carrington Cub that was pulling things at the back. He was the one that was the heartbeat for the second goal too, because he won the ball, he snuffed the ball out, won it, and then pulled off a really beautiful aerial pass to Ronaldo, who was quickly chested the ball into a dashing Bruno Fernandes. And this is actually not very typical of Bruno. It's not a goal that you really see Bruno where he's beating a defender with pace, sprinting quickly, because it's not an attribute that you normally associate with him. Like, he's fast, but he's not a sprinter, so to speak. But he carried that ball so fast and dashed with it and was able to give the ball to a better positioned player, who was Mason Greenwood, for a tap in. And we don't see tap ins a lot in Manchester United. I hope that's the seed. That's the germination of like an amazing link up play that's about to happen in Manchester United right now. Because if we can get our forwards to click and link up and pass the ball to each other instead of just shooting from ridiculous angles, we can become a very dangerous team. But right now, I hope this is the beginning of a new culture. So Bruno gets some flowers for that, and we don't see that kind of goal a lot from him. So I hope that the link up play grows. So the third goal is also Scott McTominay, who wins the ball, who dribbles a player, two players actually, and then dribbles a third player and passes the ball to Bruno, who drives the ball to and sets up the last cub, the small lion, Marcus Rashford. So so this is beautiful, because Marcus didn't even need to think about anything. He's somebody who's struggling for form right now, and he didn't need to think about anything. All he had to do was just hit the ball. No controlling, no beating anybody, no dribbling or anything like that. Nothing fancy. Just shoot, towards the goal. And it was a good shot. You get some flowers for that, Marcus. And ultimately, I just hope that it brings more awareness to the attackers being more aware of each other's movements and actually maybe developing a pattern of play and a system of knowing, all right, we're not going to be just booting things. You know why? The first half, really, as I said, belonged to Brentford, but it seems like Manchester United always has an obstacle. The attack has a final obstacle that always denies the final pass. There's always something that just gets into the way when the ball reaches the final third of the opposition. So because if you remember that by the end of the first half, Brentford had 3 shots on target and Manchester United had 0. And our first, on the 54th minute, that Elanga moment was actually our first shot on target. And that is not good. That is very problematic. So the players' performance was below par in the first half, right? And if Brentford had taken the chances, it would be pretty much fighting for a draw or trying to come back. So the McFuno midfield has to try and find a consistency as a trio, not like two of them doing well and then one of them underperforming, because it just kind of defeats the. Somehow they just, that's the reason why we're not progressing into the next level, being able to link the defense and the attack. Ronaldo, we know he's been living off of scraps as an attacker, so he has to find a way to be able to thrive off of more chances. We have to find a way to be able to create more. So that's why, well, he was furious when he was subbed off, and I don't blame him. You know, he has to get a verbal explanation. Matter of fact, Ryan got to write him a written explanation about why he subbed him. but but anyway, so I just want to just mention also the important thing is that the once we figure out how to control and pace our attacking play, we will become very, very dangerous. In the 84th minute, we conceded from a set piece, right? That long throw in, which was just led to poor defending. We have poor defending of corners too. So our set piece coach, here's what I was just saying right now. From the football power hour to the Manchester United payroll office, right? This is a petition. The set piece coach has to select a charity. He has to select a charity and donate a portion that he chooses. It can be any percentage of your salary. It can be 2%, 5%. I don't know, whatever. You have to donate a portion of your salary to a charity until we score a goal. We can't go 100 quarters and we still haven't got a goal. No, 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 no. I refuse. I refuse. This is a petition. Hashtag send peace coach salary. It's stunning. You know, from the Man United payroll office, you have to know next time. Just like slide this into his timeline. On the 87th minute, Maguire, when I'm talking about the control and pacing of a game, Harry Maguire boots the ball towards the goal. Why? I don't know. He just boots the ball forward, and then Pinnock gets a head-eye goal from a corner that they didn't even need to. They didn't even need to win. You know, is just a moment that happened 5 passes later. We had the ball. Harry Maguire boots it forward, and then 4 or 5 passes later, in the very same minute, that ball is a shot on target against us. You know, the opposition is able to bring the ball into our box. So someone gotta tell the double R about that game management that needs to be instilled in these players. That, you know, even if it means going to a back three, it also means retaining the ball. Going to a back three doesn't mean inviting all the pressure from everywhere, every angle, being like attack us. No, it means not playing the long ball as well, just protecting the ball, hiding the ball. Well, one, I'm not even supposed to be getting frustrated like that, right? How I am. Let's stop the music. That first half was so frustrating because, like, I got a text from my friend who said, I thought. he said, I thought you guys hired a coach, but it seems like you hired a motivational speaker. he said, he said